The girl used up 50 pencils during class, unexpectedly using up 50 pencils. Throughout the class, she kept writing numbers on the paper until the teacher noticed her unusual behavior and directly took the paper from her hands. The girl was shocked looking at the teacher, unable to stop what was happening. However, her paper and other items were still sealed in a time capsule and buried in the ground during the school anniversary. 50 years later, during another school anniversary, that time capsule was opened and envelopes from 50 years ago were distributed to the children. A boy received the paper filled with numbers. As he was puzzled, he saw a mysterious figure in black staring at him from a distance. But the boy didn't pay attention. After returning home, the boy was doing his homework when his father saw the paper. His father thought it shouldn't be something he brought home from school, but the boy believed there was a secret behind it. So he went to bed. As a mathematician, the father was once again drawn to these numbers during his rest. He arranged one of the number sequences on the blackboard, but couldn't understand its meaning. After repeatedly breaking it down and dividing it, the father came up with a number sequence resembling a date 911,012,996. He then searched on the computer to find out what happened on that day and discovered it matched the shocking event of September 11th, and the number 2,996 recorded on the paper perfectly matched the number of people involved. The father thought this might just be a coincidence, but to verify his guess, he copied down the remaining numbers and continued arranging them in the same format, searching for news corresponding to these dates one by one. To his surprise, these numbers perfectly matched major events that had occurred in the last 50 years, and even the number of casualties was always accurate. This evidence was enough to prove that these numbers from 50 years ago could indeed accurately predict every event in the future. What scared the father the most was the nearest date was only 3 days away from today. The next day, the father told his colleague about his discovery, hoping to get some help. However, the colleague thought it was just a coincidence and didn't believe the father. Nevertheless, the father was certain his guess was correct, and he was determined to stop the upcoming event from happening. But the father only knew the time and the number of casualties and had no other information. He kept looking for clues in the news, but couldn't find any solid evidence until the third afternoon. The father witnessed the event predicted by the numbers, and the numbers were verified again. At this moment, he finally believed that these numbers indeed had prophetic power. After the colleagues found out about all this, they came to the father's house and finally believed his discovery. The father realized he had to act quickly to prevent the upcoming disaster from happening.